Well, today was the Ireland Fund's Run the World 5 kilometres at Albert Park in Melbourne. It's a fantastic morning to be here. The spring has finally arrived in Melbourne after a week of Irish weather. We've all turned out today to enjoy the sunshine. Great to have so many people here today supporting the Ireland Funds, raising hopefully upwards of 100,000 around the world today. For a number of charities in Ireland and around the world. A lot of good causes that we like to support each year, and this is just one of a number of events that are held around the world. I'm delighted to be the ambassador for the event here in Melbourne, and we've taken the baton from Sydney this morning, and now I think we're about to hand over to Hong Kong. So we'll have to check out the leaderboard because there's a nice prize of an airline flight for the fastest man and woman. So hopefully Melbourne has produced some fast times today, and then we'll be tracking the rest of the world as they take on the 5K for the next 24 hours. Well, being in Melbourne, I suppose here with the Irish community, there's a lot of Irish people in Melbourne, and it's a day out for everybody. It's a family-friendly day. I suppose it's an active day as well. It's got a bit of everything. It's got a bit of action, a bit of social, and lovely Clonakilty pudding breakfast over there for everybody to enjoy as well. You realise, I suppose the causes that we're raising money for, we're helping a lot of people, and you feel like, the least you can do is go for a run and get a lap of the lake in this morning.
Yeah, I just got invited down by committee member Ong Toolan just to start the race. I think he was short for people to come down to come out, so he just invited me along to start. It was a great honour to start this great cause for the day, 5K run. Everybody's coming in now across the line, and it's been a great morning. Well, it just helps Irish charities across the world and Irish people living abroad, and it's for a good cause. And I think anything that makes money for people in need or for good causes is a great thing to put yourself forward for.
So we've been organising this probably for about 2 or 3 months at this stage. Every week we've been having global calls with the team right across the 16 cities that are taking part today, which is absolutely fantastic. We're really fortunate here in Melbourne that we've got a great committee that have gotten on board from the beginning, so it's been quite easy to organise it all. So the Australian Ireland Funds has existed here in Australia for 30 years next year actually, but we set up in Melbourne 3 years ago. And for me, the reason to get involved was just a way to give back and to support many charities in Ireland and here in Australia, and just fantastic to be part of it. So I'm really happy with the work that we've done here in Melbourne over the last 3 years.
I was very lucky to be an invitee to the annual lunch of the Australian Ireland Fund a number of years ago, and the video clips that were shown at that lunch were really compelling, because I've been so fortunate to have a great privileged upbringing in Ireland, and this was an opportunity to support charities that look after underprivileged children back home, and to give them a helping hand with their start in life.
Look, it's fantastic. Our global goal is to reach and to raise 100,000 globally, which is quite a stretch and a great target, but what it will mean is that we'll be able to contribute and give to a number of charities across Ireland, which is absolutely fantastic. For all of us here, it means being part of a global team, so we've worked collaboratively with the other chapters and the other teams across the globe. And to have an event like this happening across 16 cities over a 30-hour period where we're going to cover over 80 kilometres is a fantastic feat and great to be part of.
it's hugely important too that people enjoy themselves on the day itself, and as our third event in Melbourne, we've had 3 glorious Saturday mornings on which to run this. Somebody up there has really looked out for us in terms of the weather every time, and our numbers are growing every year, which I think is testament to the good time that people have and the warm welcome they get when they take part here. That great feeling you get in having enjoyed yourself, but also knowing you've supported a charity in doing so has helped us to sell this to others, and we're hoping that each year we'll grow in numbers exponentially from now on.
Absolutely.
Event is fantastic. It's one of the great global events that bring Irish people together across the whole world. So it's really wonderful to be involved and play our part to raise money for such a fantastic philanthropic organisation that is the Ireland Funds. Because the money is so wide-reaching, it goes to help people both here in Australia, in Melbourne, and back at home in Ireland. So it's a different type of charity, and it's so worthwhile. And it's really nice to be able to do your part from here in Australia, and see that the money goes to such worthy causes back home. I would say to anybody who has heard of the Ireland Funds but weren't really quite sure whether to get involved or come to an event, just to come along to get involved. It doesn't matter how old or young you are. It's good to get out about with the Irish community and raise some money for some really good causes, and just get involved and spend some time with people from home. It's always a wonderful event, and there's always great fun to be had.
Just delighted to be here, and thanks everybody for coming out and supporting this event. This is the 3rd year of the Ireland Funds Ireland Run the World 5 kilometres, and hopefully it will go on for many more years and raise lots of funds and enjoyment for Irish people all around the world.
Go Ireland!
Awesome.